recently on the Shred and Ragan Show.
Anthony, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's great to have you here. You know, Anthony, you weren't in camp last year, were you?
Marv Levy, was longtime coach of the Buffalo Bills here, and they used to call it Camp Marv, and he ran kind of a lower-keyed camp when a lot of guys were still really hitting you hard. And so the theory you and I and Tom were talking about off the air, you don't want to be hurt going in. There's a story just happened today. Jaguar starting center Brad Easter broke his right foot. He's out for at least 8 weeks. You don't want that kind of stuff happening in camp.
No, you never, especially to a starter. Especially in the center, because that's usually the guy that that holds that whole offensive line together.
Yeah.
So they just took a big punch.
Anthony, when you got here, it was October of last year, right?
Oh, man, yeah, it was.
What was that like? I see you shaking your head
oh, man. Okay, when I found out I got traded that morning, I was kind of excited because, I knew I was going to be reunited with Bill Kolar, at Perry Fuel and a couple other coaches on the offense. So I was really excited. But then I really didn't have, much knowledge of Buffalo until I got on the plane and I met two gentlemen who was on their way to Buffalo as well. And they told me about, it just snowed in Buffalo. So, I was like, it's cool. I'm from Brooklyn. I can deal with a little bit of snow. But what they didn't tell me that snow was a blizzard and it was ice everywhere and trees were down.
Oh, you came in on the October storm.
Yes, yeah, that storm. Yes, I did come in. And so when I got here and landed, I was in I had on a hoodie and a very thin coat, and it must have been like 20-something degrees. And I got off the plane and I stood in the jetway and I was like, oh my God,
where the hell did they send me?
Yeah,
all those rumors are true.
Yeah, I called my agent. I said, do you know where I just got traded to? He was like, yeah, Buffalo. I said, no, I'm in a frozen tundra. There are trees down. There's ice everywhere. And I don't have anything worn.
I'm not a polar bear.
Right,
Why
exactly.
did you send me here?
Right.
I got to tell you, Anthony, that's kind of unusual. I mean, we do from time to time get a little snow in October, but that was something that we've never seen before.
Straight. You keep telling them.
I don't believe that, because then I stayed a little bit in January and February. And
that's a different story,
I saw how nasty it gets here.
That's a different story. I'm just saying October, we don't normally get that bad.
Right. But I'll tell you what, Anthony, when we watched you on the sidelines, you came in and you seemed to be fired up. I mean, there are times where stuff would be happening and guys would be moping around or whatever, and you're jumping up and down. You come to game day with a lot of emotion and a lot of energy, it seems.
Yeah.
Was that trying to get in with a new group of guys, or is that just how you are?
No, I love football. I love everything football has done for me. I love my job. I love life. I love waking up. I wake up every day as if it was on purpose.
Uh-huh.
So I don't waste a minute, being mad or anything. I enjoy it. I mean, and when you're around that many people that are screaming and cheering for you, how can you be mad?
Yeah.
How can you not want to interact with that and I hold that so dear to me, and I just love it. And when I'm out there in the field, that's just what I feel. Like with the fans, when I look at the fans, that's what I'm giving back to them.
Yeah.
They want to see somebody that's out there happy, that enjoys it, and is having a great time all the time.
I remember that Jacksonville game last year, and you got a sack. You got a sack in the Jacksonville game, and everybody's like, it's nuts.
Yeah, that was crazy. And one of the biggest things was I went in a lot on third downs to rush. And it would seem like the crowd knew when I was going in, and when they saw me leave the sideline, it got crazy, and it was great, and I love Buffalo for that.
Right. Now, is that going to be the same thing for you this year? Again, third downs, you might be going in?
Well, no, hopefully, I get more of a bigger role in the defense this year. Right now, we're rotating a lot here. I'm getting a lot of reps here, but I'm
still on that right side, spelling Aaron?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I love the right side.
Yeah.
That's where, you go against the best tackles. I don't really like the left too much. I've been on the right side so far my whole career, so
right.
I like to stay there.
Okay, all right. Is there anything that you like about sacking a quarterback, or is it more about breaking up a running play in the backfield? I mean, from your position or just from you, what's the play you want? Do you want wrapping up that quarterback, taking him to the ground and hearing that oof?
Actually, I love kickoff. I love because I'm a 280-pound man running down the field, and I love hitting that wedge.
Yeah.
I love impacts. I love throwing my body around and just hitting somebody and watching them just fall to the ground. When you hit them, you just hear the breath that goes out their mouth, I mean, to me, that's the best feeling ever. And if you could do that, and on kickoff, you have the chance to do that to like 3 or 4 people.
That's great.
So it's, you can hit them and knock them on their back and then just run off the field like, yeah.
Now, do you play on kick returns at all?
No, I think they're scared to put me on there because they know if I get the ball in my hand, they're not sure what's going to happen. So I think they prefer anywhere where I'm not touching the ball is a safe bet for them because they're not sure what they're going to get.
Guys, I was wondering how you felt about taking that from the other side. You're talking about you get a running start on these guys where, you don't get the same kind of momentum going into a tackle when you're playing on regular defense. But on the kickoff, and I'm just wondering on the return how those guys feel seeing you coming.
In St. Louis, I was on the kickoff return team. But no, when them guys try to come down and smash the wedge, I was giving it right back to him.
Yeah.
I hit one guy, go up to another. Mike Martz, I remember one year he pointed out, he was like, who's that guy hitting everybody on the kickoff return? And they was like, that's Hargrove. He was just like looking at me just like, man, that kid is crazy. But I just love contact.
You got to be a little bit, right?
Yeah, you do. To play this game, you got to be.
All right, so hitting the wedge and scoring a touchdown, that's got to be a dream, a goal.
Oh, yeah. I already got my dance ready. So first time I score a touchdown, I might get fined. I might get sued. I might get flags. I don't know. It's going to be it's going to be like the 4th of July. Fireworks coming from everywhere. And I might be throwing firecrackers out myself. It's going to be a celebration.
I understand getting flagged, getting sued.
Hey, I'm telling you, you don't know it. When 93 hits the field running, anything's possible. Anything's possible.
That better be good.
I'm telling you.
I like that, though. I like a man that's got a plan. He knows he knows what he's going to do when he gets there.
He's running down the field. He's on the phone with his lawyer. Get ready. I'm getting sued.
It's coming. It's coming.
Anthony, it's great talking to you. Thanks for coming over to the broadcast.
Pleasure. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Shred and Ragan, 3 to 7, 103.3 The Edge.